You ever stumble across a movie that feels like a memory? One of those gritty little action flicks that didn't just show fights. It made you feel like you were in one? Back in 1986, there was a film called Busted Up that did just that. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't perfect, but man, it had heart. Today, we're looking back at 10 reasons why this forgotten gem still packs a punch. 1. The mid-80s magic. The 80s had a certain kind of action movie. Tough, raw, and not afraid to get a little grimy. Busted Up came out in 1986, right when big stars like Stallone and Schwarzenegger were dominating theaters. But this movie didn't try to out-muscle them. It went smaller, more personal, and gave us a story that felt real, like it could have happened in your own neighborhood. 2. A hero you could root. For our main character wasn't a muscle-bound superhero. He was a regular guy who'd been knocked down more times than he could count. But he kept getting back up. Not for fame, not for money, but because it was the right thing to do. That kind of hero sticks with you because you believe he has to win. 3. The town that felt like home. Instead of exotic locations or high-tech cities, Busted Up was set in a small, hard-working town. You could feel the grit under your nails and the weight of every bad decision hanging over the people there. When trouble showed up, it wasn't just a plot point. It felt personal. The town itself was part of the fight. Fourth fights that hurt to watch. No wire work, no fancy effects. Just bare-knuckle, teeth-rattling brawls that looked and sounded painful. Every punch had weight. Every fall looked real. Watching those fights, you almost wince because you can feel the bruises forming. 5. A villain worth booing. The bad guy in Busted Up wasn't just mean. He was cruel, smug, and exactly the kind of person you love to see lose. He had charm, sure, but it was the kind of charm that made your skin crawl. When that final fight rolled around, you didn't just want the hero to win. You wanted the villain to pay. 6. The spirit of the underdog. If there's one thing this movie nailed, it's that underdog feeling. The odds were stacked high, the stakes were low-key but real, and every setback felt like a punch to the gut. But the hero kept standing, kept swinging, kept proving that heart can carry a man farther than muscle ever could. 7. Music that matched the mood. The soundtrack wasn't chart-topping, but it didn't need to be. It was gritty, low-key, and perfectly matched the film's street-level vibe. It made you feel like you were in the gym with the hero, wrapping your hands and getting ready for one last round. 8. More than just a fight movie. Yes, the brawls were brutal, but Busted Up was really about something bigger. Redemption, loyalty, and standing your ground even when it costs you everything. That's why it lingers in the memory. It wasn't just about breaking bones. It was about finding the courage to do what's right. 9. Why it faded away. So why isn't it more famous? Timing. With giants like Rocky IV and Cobra dominating screens around the same time, Busted Up got buried. It didn't have the big budget, the big names, or the big studio push. It slipped quietly onto VHS, and that's where most people forgot about it. 10. A forgotten gem worth finding. Today, Busted Up feels like a time capsule from an era when movies didn't need to be perfect. They just needed to hit hard and tell a story worth hearing. If you can find it, it's worth a watch. And who knows? Maybe it'll punch its way back into the spotlight one day. Outro. And that's why Busted Up still deserves a spot in the fight. Did you catch this one back in the day? Or maybe on a late-night cable run? Share your memories in the comments, give this video a like, and hit subscribe for more trips back to the movies that raised us. Until next time, keep your chin up and keep swinging.